You're 23. You're not important. You're holding a clipboard backstage at a rally in Ohio while thousands chant a name that isn't yours. You fetch water. You print speech drafts. You carry boxes of red hats. But you watch. You notice something no one else does. The crowd doesn't react to policy. They react to rhythm. Short sentences, punchlines, enemies. You rewrite one paragraph in his speech, just one, instead of, "We will improve border enforcement through strategic reform." You change it to, "We're closing the border, period." He reads your version. The crowd erupts. He turns backstage afterward and asks, "Who wrote that line?" They point at you. He nods. You're still nobody. But now he's seen you, and that changes everything. You're 26 now. You don't carry clipboards anymore. You carry polling data. You sit in rooms where billionaires wait quietly. You learn the rule. Politics isn't about being liked. It's about being dominant. You test phrases in focus groups. You discover anger spreads faster than optimism. Fear motivates faster than hope. Conflict gets replayed more than unity. You build narratives. When a news story breaks, you don't defend. You counterattack. When critics attack him, you feed him sharper lines. You don't calm him down. You aim him. Approval ratings rise. Opponents look confused. Cable news debates your wording for days. They think he's improvising. He isn't. It's you. You're 29. You control access now. You have more power. Senators wait outside offices for your approval. Media executives text you directly. Donors ask what tone he should take. You decide who gets 5 minutes alone with him. 5 minutes can change a law. 5 minutes can start a war of words. 5 minutes can end a career. You start learning secrets. Opposition research files. Private scandals. Internal rivalries. You don't leak them. You store them. Information is leverage, and leverage is power. One night he tells you, "Everyone wants something from me." You reply, "That's why they go through me." He laughs, but he knows it's true. It's 2:17 a.m. Your phone vibrates. A major story just broke. Leaked information. Private comments, markets reacting, opposition celebrating, staffers panic. You don't. You learned something early. In crisis, speed beats perfection. You draft a response in 6 minutes. Not an apology, not an explanation, an attack. You redirect attention. You frame the narrative before sunrise. By 9 a.m., half the country is arguing about something else entirely. You didn't erase the fire, you moved it. He calls you personally. Good work. That's the first time he doesn't ask for changes. That's when you realize you're not advising him anymore. You're shaping him. You're now mature. He wins. Now the stakes change. Campaign tactics become government consequences. You sit in meetings with generals, intelligence briefings, economic forecasts. Markets move when he tweets, and you decide what he tweets. Foreign leaders request calls. Lobbyists propose deals. Governors seek federal support. They don't just persuade him. They persuade you. You learn another rule. Public politics is theater. Private politics is negotiation. You broker deals quietly. You soften rhetoric when needed. You escalate it when strategic. You become the bridge between impulse and calculation. Some cabinet members resent you. They think you have too much influence. They're right. Level 6. The inner circle. Fractures power attracts ambition. You start noticing something. People smile at you longer than necessary. They agree too quickly. They ask too many questions about your access. You smell money. You start trading. You get into crypto. You talk percentage. There are leaks. Someone wants you weakened. You trace patterns. Timing of stories. Language used in anonymous quotes. You identify the rival inside the building. You don't confront them. You isolate them. Access removed. Meetings rescheduled. Influence redirected. Within months, they resign. Official reason? Personal matters. Unofficial reason? You won. But the building feels colder now. Trust shrinks at the top. He asks you once, "Who can I trust?" You answer carefully, "Fewer people than you think." He stares at you, because that includes you. You stop appearing in photos. You decline interviews. You don't build a public profile. You build insulation. Because proximity to power burns. Investigations begin. Subpoenas fly. Reporters dig into finances. Old emails resurface. You learn the final rule: power is temporary. Exposure is permanent. You shift communications to private channels. You meet off-site. You speak in coded shorthand. You are cautious. The opposition wants him defeated, but some people want something else. They want you gone, because you understand the system too well. An election looms again. Polls tighten. Advisors argue strategy. Moderate, double down, pivot, escalate. Everyone looks at him. He looks at you. This is your moment. If you advise caution, you protect legacy. If you advise aggression, you ignite momentum. You choose boldness. The rallies intensify. The messaging sharpens. The country polarizes. Approval rises in some states, falls in others. You realize something uncomfortable. You don't just influence elections. You influence national mood. And that weight doesn't disappear at night. Sleep becomes shorter. Headlines become louder. Your name starts appearing in articles. You were invisible once. Now you're unavoidable. Every administration ends, victory or defeat, second term or single term. The office changes hands, but you remain. Networks built, allies placed, enemies cataloged. You could write a book, start a firm, become a lobbyist, disappear quietly. He calls you one last time. You were loyal. You hang up and stare at the phone. Loyal to him or loyal to power? You started as a volunteer with a clipboard. Now governors take your calls. Media executives watch your tone. Future candidates seek your advice. You were never elected, never sworn in, never on the ballot. But you helped steer the direction of a nation. And somewhere right now, in a small campaign office, a 22-year-old intern is rewriting a speech paragraph, watching, learning, waiting, because power doesn't disappear. It shifts. And the shadow always finds a new figure to stand behind.